This your boy G. Welcome back to another episode of A Positive Spin, where we promote positivity, creativity, perseverance, and passion. Today, I got a special guest, Nyeema, founder of Gold Lux Collection. And yeah, we're going to get into it. She's going to do it for the ladies. She's going to talk about it, tell her story, and how she got to where she's at. So
Hi.
welcome.
Hi, how are you guys?
Yeah, so first off, are you originally from New York? Because I know you here in New York. You got your business in New York. Are you originally from New York?
Yes, I'm from Harlem, New York.
Okay. Big up Harlem. Big up Harlem.
Big up Harlem.
Okay, say that. So what got you into like doing hair? You know?
I do lashes.
Lashes, all of that stuff. Cosmetology. What would you call it? What's the
I'm
proper
an
term?
esthetician.
Esthetician.
Yes.
So was that like your dream growing up? Because I know a lot of girls grow up playing with dolls and stuff, doing makeup, but like, what made you say like I can make a career out of this?
Honestly, I thought I was going to be a singer when I was a child.
A singer? A singer?
But I didn't have any plans on being in the beauty industry.
Okay.
Honestly, I thought I was going to be a superstar.
All right. Well,
So
yeah, you're a
those were my
superstar
goals.
currently. I seen on your Instagram, didn't you just have a cool photo shoot? Like,
Yeah, I did.
I saw that. That was fire. And I know you got like an upcoming event.
Yes.
So yeah, but back to like the upbringing. We got to know like what made you say, all right, today I'm gonna be an esthetician after having dreams of being a singer. And how far did you get in your singing career? Because I'm sure the audience want to know.
So like my high school year my high school year, I was about to sign to an agency, and then I got accepted to like my dream school. So I kind of threw it off to the side, and I was in school for psychology. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I got kicked out of my dream school.
All right.
I ended up coming back to New York, and I enrolled in Lehman College.
Okay.
And I took a job at Wendy's.
So what was your dream school?
My dream school was Albany.
Oh, so you was at a SUNY. Okay,
Yeah,
all right. I went to City University. I went to Kingsborough, and then I went to York. But so how did that affect you, like getting kicked out of your dream school? Because that's something you probably worked hard for all your life up until then.
Honestly, when I came back, I was discouraged. I remember my mom was like, she was super upset with me.
Okay. I can see why.
I turned it around really fast. I got a job, and then I re-enrolled in school.
Okay.
So I was doing that for a while. I was in school for psychology, but then I got pregnant. So my idea of my business actually came about while I was working in Wendy's. I started selling strip lashes to my coworkers.
Okay.
So it was called Lash by Gold at first.
Lash by Gold.
Yeah,
all right.
because I was just doing strip lashes. But then after that, we got wind that like my job was shutting down, and we had the option to either be transferred to another store and I would be demoted from my position, or to quit.
Oh, wow.
And I started to, because I was selling the strips, but I always had this idea of doing custom strips.
Okay.
But once I started to research it, I realized you had to know how to do individuals if you wanted to make custom strips anyways. So I'm a hands-on person, so I felt like, why not save my money and invest in actually learning how to do individuals? So I knew that I wasn't going to another store.
Okay.
I wasn't going to be demoted
Okay.
and get paid less.
Yeah, like
so I had to
not
take
with that.
Yeah, I wasn't with that. So
all right.
I took that risk to just, take my savings, and I bought a kit off of Amazon. And I trained myself in my room for 4 months. I remember in front of the
hear that though? Y'all hear that? Like she really grinded. This is not overnight. She really grinded. She's giving y'all the formula right now. Like y'all gotta really hear what she's saying. Like she took her savings. So that's the perseverance part. Like, you already knew like, yo, this is it. Like this is my mind telling me I'm gonna do this and nothing's gonna stop me. So right there, that mindset, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
With having that mindset. Cause someone told me like, yo, one time I was just, down. I was in like a mood or whatever. And it was like, yo, in life, if you're not drowning, if you fight as hard as you would fight as if you was drowning, you automatically gonna win. So when you risk it all and put your mind into something that you really believe in, you gotta win.
Anything.
So, but you can continue though. You can. I already know you want to go for that right there.
But yeah, I took my savings. I trained myself for 4 months in my room. And then I remember I had
How many hours a day, if you don't mind me asking?
Honestly, I used to just be at it. I used to time myself to see how long it would take me to complete 2 eyes. Okay. And I remember at first it took me 5 hours.
Whoa,
it took me 5 hours.
But that consistency, see, a lot of people want to be successful, but they don't want to put that consistency in. You know, you don't want to get it up day in and day out, not knowing if you're going to win, not knowing if you're going to do better than yesterday, but you keep trying. And before you know it, you get to places where you never believe it, you know?
It was actually funny you say that because by the time I remember I had my last $1,400, and the girl I actually was like following, who I was looking up to, her name is Trish Habibi. She's also another known lash tech in Brooklyn. She has her own storefront and everything now. I remember I went to her, I took my last $1,400, I invested in her course, and when I got to her, she said, "Why did you book me? You know what you're doing already." And from there, I knew like I was gonna make something of myself.
You already had the reassurance from someone that's in the industry, that's a professional. Like,
so she taught me her tips and tricks. She actually gave me like an extra course that I didn't sign up for because I came in knowing so much already. And after I got my certification that day, I remember I took 3 people that first month. I had my first 3 paying clients.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So let's talk about Gold Luxe Collection, because you said it was Lash Gold, the original.
Lash by Gold.
Lash by Gold. So what made you change the name? What made you even put gold in it? Like,
so the gold part comes from my son. His name is Midas, the Greek king. Everything he touched turned to gold.
Facts.
I feel like my son is what gave me the idea of wanting something more for myself, because I was pregnant with him when I was working at Wendy's, and although I dropped out of school, I just remember like having to take care of him on my own. And I remember I was picking up any shift I could get. So I had money in my pocket, and everybody was calling me a bad mom. And it was like, no matter what I do.
Because you couldn't spend as much time with him
because I was trying to provide for him.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just knew
Shout out to those moms out there. Y'all need a round of applause. Because y'all work hard day in and day out. And I think y'all don't get enough credit sometimes. So shout out to y'all moms. Look what she's doing. She took her savings to start a business. So she's teaching y'all right now about entrepreneurship and how sometimes you got to take a risk.
You do, for sure. But yeah, I took that risk of just, knowing that I needed something more than just a 9-to-5 job. I wanted to always I feel like the entrepreneurship gives you financial freedom. And I'm not in it to be rich, but I'm in it to be stable to the point where I can spend that time with my kids and still be able to provide for them, because I know what it feels like to be working 2 jobs back to back and seeing my kids 4 hours out the day.
That's real.
And as a mom, that kind of hurts, because it's like, you feel a little bit guilty, but then at the same time, it's like, you know that you're making that sacrifice so that they're good in the long run.
Okay, all right. I feel you on that one. So now back to Gold Luxe Collection. Like, so where you currently at with it, and where do you want to go with Gold Luxe Collection?
So Gold Luxe Collection is basically a rebrand of Lash by Gold.
Okay.
I feel like Lash by Gold was just about lashes. Okay. But now I'm a licensed esthetician. I'm providing different services. I'm selling products.
Let's talk about the services. Let's talk about the products. Everybody need to hear that. That's listening, so they can come shop with you, you know? Yes. Ladies, come get your lashes done. She's telling you how she do it.
But yeah, I have a lot going on right now, so I just felt like I needed something that was a little bit more bolder than just lashes, because my business is not just about lashes anymore. It's actually like a developing beauty brand. So
yeah, it's evolving.
I'm doing a lot right now.
So do you have like any products on the market, or like?
Right now, I have my shampoo kits that I hand make. I have lash trays, tweezers. I have been working on a glue for the past year. Okay. By the time my event comes out, I plan to have all those products released. And then, I don't know if I should tell y'all, but
it's up to you.
I mean, if you saw the videos on my page, if you look closely in the background, I'm coming out with like a spa collection and a loungewear, like a him and her set.
Okay, all right. Like, you doing it big. You doing it for everybody now. Yeah. All right, I like that. I
provide services to males and females, so I want it to be a brand where it's like everybody could feel welcome.
Make sure y'all check out Gold Luxe Collection on Instagram. The information definitely will be in the description and all of that. So I know you said, you started with the products, you got all of that going, but do you ever see yourself like branching out, maybe having a store or retail spot that some ladies could come shop at, men and women? Let me not say just because you said the loungewear, so men and women could come shop at. Do you plan on doing something like that?
When I actually started, I had this like crazy idea of like having a franchise.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to train a bunch of girls and I'm going to have a bunch of different lash stores. Like, you know how they have European Wax Center and...
I know,
Yeah, so I was thinking like, I'm going to have a chain of stores, but...
We're going to manifest it.
We're going to
have a chain of stores.
Like
let's
now
manifest
I'm more so focused on having a beauty shop. Not just like a lash store.
Okay. So something where ladies could come to and males could come and get full service, spa treatment, all of that good stuff.
Storefronts are going out of style, but I remember like being a little girl and going to the beauty salon with my mom. And it's like they all gossiping, reading the magazines, and it's like that experience is just like, I don't know, it's kind of like a family hug. So I kind of want to bring that back.
Okay. I do gotta ask you one question though, like I think it's important for the audience to hear, that's listening out there, and the viewers. So, did you have any difficulties as being a Black woman and trying to enter the beauty industry? Or did you already have a niche or had like, customers and clients that, already was willing to support you prior to coming into the game?
Honestly, I can say that the people like in my community that I thought was going to be the first ones to support me weren't the first ones to support me. You know
something? I be feeling the same way too with a lot of things. Like my day ones really
weren't the ones to support
like it just
me,
go
honestly.
over their heads. Like they be like, oh, that's cool,
Yeah, I think it's honestly because they just scared to see like you're transforming into something else.
But they'll ask for free services, though.
Yeah,
that be bugging me out. Like, how you ask me for something free and, like, you can support me. You support all of these.
They don't share a post. They don't do anything. But they expect something for free because they know you.
Yeah, nah. So, all right. So that was, like, your biggest opposes and your biggest challenges or something that you had to, like, pretty much overcome.
It was my friends and my family.
Family too. I be like, they didn't share a post in years. Like, you can't even like it. Like, but when I see them, they like, you doing good? Can I borrow this? Can I get that? So I see one of the things about this show, we talk a lot about creativity. And, as being an esthetician, hopefully I'm saying it right. If I butchered it a little, y'all know what I mean. But, so do you do creative styles as well? Like, do you put your own flair onto lashes?
Definitely.
Okay, let's talk about that.
The only type of lashes I hate is lashes that are all one length.
Okay. See, we didn't even know that. Like, now you got to explain. Because a lot of guys watching this as well, and we want to understand.
Out here are doing lashes that are just one length. And lashes are meant to, frame your face and bring out your features. So I definitely like to freestyle my lashes. If you ask my clients come to me and they just sit in the chair, don't say anything.
Okay,
they trust me. They just know that when they get up, it's gonna fit them.
So how could people like really get in contact with you? Like, do they get in contact with you on Instagram? Do you prefer
definitely,
email?
I feel like my main my main source of contact is definitely Instagram.
Yeah, so you definitely got to follow her.
I'm not one of those stuck-up business owners that leave you in the DM. So.
All right. We don't like that. We don't like that.
We don't.
So, like, another thing that we talk about, because it's a positive spin, and it's all about turning stuff into positivity. As we could see, you've done that over and over again. Do you see yourself, like, anytime in the future, like, going back and, like, mentoring other young ladies on entrepreneurship or even training them to get into business?
I've actually been like researching currently how I wanted to start a nonprofit. Not like a school setting, but definitely mentoring and training young girls on how to get access to the same resources that I had access to. Because I feel like growing up, I remember like I had this one guidance counselor, and I'm still cool with her today. I call her my second mom.
All right.
But she like taught me like a lot of, life values, and part of my interaction with her is the reason why I'm the woman that I am today. So I feel like having that person in your life, it makes a complete difference. So I want to give back and be that person for like younger girls. Because And I'm not even just younger girls, because I have 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds that tell me that.
You
like,
inspire them.
I influence them. Yeah, I inspire them.
You inspired me just now when you told me your story,
I just want to have a mentorship program for anybody that's looking to, just branch off on their own and start up their own business.
So I'm assuming that you one of them ladies, like if somebody was to DM you like, hey, Nay, I'm trying to get involved in, the business,
I answer all questions.
The fashion, beauty industry. So you answer all questions. Yeah, I hear that. She answers all questions.
Definitely
no cap.
do.
Trust me.
I'm not a gatekeeper.
Not a gatekeeper. Sharing that information. She just shared a lot of valuable information just now in the beginning of this show. So I hope everybody take heed to that. Really understand what she's saying. Like, you got to take a chance. You got to take a risk. And even though adversities come or challenges come or things that you didn't expect, adversities in general, life goes on. You're going to figure it out.
Definitely.
So now we at a part of the show where I do like a rapid spin. I'm just going to hit you with a few questions rapidly, and I just want your answer, whatever comes to your head first. So boom. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, say that. So my first question, what's your favorite color?
Red.
What's your favorite time of the day?
The nighttime. I'm not a morning person.
What's your favorite season?
Winter.
Do you prefer the weather to be hot or cold? Well, you said winter, so I'm assuming cold. What's your favorite sneaker brand?
I would say it's Dunks.
Okay. And who's your favorite superhero?
Iron Man.
All right, say that. I thought you were going to rep for the ladies real quick or something like that. But you did do Iron Man. All right. So now I just want to ask you a few questions about the future. I know I asked you earlier about where you see the business going, but where do you see yourself going? I know you just said you would like to provide mentorship, but would you like to be on stage speaking to thousands of people at one time?
Definitely. I definitely want to keep hosting my events. I feel like my networking events have helped me and other business owners, just connect and grow their business relationships. So I feel like that's really important in business. It's always networking and getting your name out there, because sometimes it's about who you know.
That's a fact.
So you always got to make sure that you have a positive reputation behind you and that, people know you and respect you. Then I also am looking into, the nonprofit mentorship program. Actually, one of my first free events after my magazine launch party, I plan to have a back to school event. I want to do stuff like that. Food drives and toy drives around the holidays and stuff. So that's something that I just want to do personally, because I'm a person that likes to give back. But as far as Gold Lux collection, after the magazine launch.
And let's get into the magazine launch, because that's coming up, and you can buy tickets for that,
on Eventbrite.
And we here to support. So we're going to drop the link to the Eventbrite link, because you said it's on Eventbrite. So we're going to drop the link to that in the description and all of that. But yeah, let's talk about it. What will people expect? Things of that nature.
I feel like y'all can expect boldness. I feel like the first time around, I was a little bit shy to present the, whole lash porn idea to everybody, because when you hear the word porn, you think raunchy, sexy.
Yeah, no, you gotta go in now. Now everybody want to know what, because they're gonna be the magazine.
Okay, the whole idea of the sex appeal just came from who I am as a person. I know you told earlier, I call myself not a MILF, and I don't call myself that because that's how I want people to view me. But to me, it's like a confidence booster. It's just like I know that you know.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know.
She just trying to say she a baddie
I know I look good.
Something like that.
So
we get it.
That's where the whole sex appeal idea came from. But originally, it started off as lash porn, and it wasn't even anything sexy. I was just really thinking black leather and gold and. But then the first shoot that I did, it didn't go so well. It didn't go the way that I was planning, and I got delayed. And during that delay process, I don't know, I just started getting new sparks of ideas. It was after I graduated, and I'm doing facial services, and I'm offering a bunch of different new things. I feel like it's just I need to do something to make a statement in the industry. So that's how I came up with the whole idea of making a magazine to begin with. As far as the porn idea, I wanted the magazine to like mimic a porn magazine structure.
So like a Playboy aesthetic type thing,
kind of.
But highlighting lashes
But
and just
highlighting
all
lashes
of that,
and all my services.
all the other services as well. All right.
I don't want to give too much detail.
No, that's enough.
Because you gotta
that's
come
enough.
to the event to really see, but when you see
it's selling right now. Like people, I'm sure it's like, yo, I want to see what this is about. You know,
when you see how I put my ideas together and how the pictures came out and how I tied the facials into, you know, giving off a sexy vibe and, you know, kind of mimicking like a porn magazine, but still being professional and classy.
Okay.
Like the pictures, I feel like it's gonna shake the internet. I feel like there's gonna be people that's gonna be like, oh my God, why would she do that? But then there's also people that's gonna get the creativeness in it.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm just excited for everybody to see it though.
And what date is it? Where it's at? All of that info?
So the event is actually going to be in Brooklyn. It's at Prime
Big
143 BK.
Big Brooklyn.
Big Brooklyn, yeah. I like Brooklyn.
Prime
Brooklyn.
One what?
Prime 143 BK.
Okay.
The tickets are going to be on sale at Eventbrite.
Okay.
Yeah, in the ticket, you basically get a free raffle entry,
all right.
unlimited drinks, and then an exclusive goodie bag. I can't tell y'all what's going to be in the goodie bag because you have to come to the event to find out what's next.
You got to pay that, get that ticket. It's already empty. I know y'all want to go already just by hearing it. You know,
as far as the raffles, though, the raffles is like basically giving people a chance to train with me for free, to win my merchandise for free.
Okay.
Or to win a service for me for free. So I told you I like giving back. So basically the raffles is like.
And we coming to the end of the show where I spin this wheel right here, and usually it lands on something where you gotta give back a service or something along those lines. So right now I'm about to spin this wheel.
Okay.
And then whatever it lands on, we know we gotta hold you up to that.
All right.
I'm not gonna spin it too hard. I'm just gonna give it a light spin. There we go. Oh, it just spent.
I spent again.
Oh, it spent again. It was right by donated service.
It was.
All right. It passed spin again. Oh, you got to make a motivational speaking appearance. So that's on your to-do list. So before this year is up, because I know that's something you got to prepare for and all of that. We're going to make sure you get a motivational speaking appearance where you're going to tell your story to way bigger audience than, you feel me, in a podcast studio, you feel me? So we definitely going to work on that.
This is dope. I love your whole idea of the podcast and what you're doing.
And definitely, and you know, you family on here now. Yes. Once you come on here, you become family. We're going to stay tapped in. We're going to keep in touch on, you know, what you're doing. We want to hear all of that. You know, we're going to be sharing this. We want you to share it on your channels. So, you know, everybody can know, like, there's positivity in this world. Not every day is a negative day. There's people that wake up, you know, and find something to be positive about each and every day. To the viewers out there, make sure you check out Bobby's Adventure at Amusement Park. Also, Bobby's Adventure at a new school. We got Red's Denim Hats, new collection. And stay tuned for more. It's a positive spin. We out.